We are now ready to reinstall the bar and chain. The first thing to do is to loosen the tensioning screw on the saw. And then we have cleaned the bar and the oil holes. You're ready to install the bar. Now, you might ask me, you put that bar on upside down. I sure did, because the next time you reinstall the bar, you will install it right side up. The reason being, when you're cutting with this saw, most of the wear is going to be in this first 1/3 of the bar. If you rotate the bar every time you change the chain, you will even the wear on both sides of the bar. You will also effectively lengthen the bar life by 2 times. At treestuff.com, we have a bar dresser that mounts on the bar, slides back and forth on the bar, and it cleans the rails, and it also evens the bar rails. You do that on both sides of the bar, and that way you increase the life of the bar by 2 times. Put that on the saw, and then you have the chain. A larger bar is just a little more difficult to work with. We put that around the drive rim, back on the tensioner. Now you notice it's loose. Go ahead and put the bar cover on. So that the bar does not fall off the saw. And I want to tighten the nuts down I don't want them to be snug. I just want them to be on there so that the bar doesn't fall off. And then you tension the chain. You want to make sure your chain brake is off when you're doing this. Now, as the chain starts to tighten up, you'll want to use your screwdriver, never your hands, and rotate the chain to make sure that the chain is on the bar and also on the drive rim. Then, using the rear handle of the saw and the bench or table here for the support of the nose, I pull up on that. And you notice how the chain sags down, and I'm going to do that one more time. This is, right now, some people might consider this chain to be tight. But as I pull up on the rear handle, the chain becomes loose. The important part is that the majority of our sawing is done from top to bottom, so that we're pushing the bar up as we're sawing. If that's the case here, every time you made a cut, the chain would be loose. So you would retension the chain and make another cut, and the chain is loose. So if you have someone who says, I cannot keep my chain tight, they are probably not tensioning the chain correctly. With your hand, hold the saw up, then tension the chain just to the bottom of the bar, and maybe just ever so slightly, a little bit more. Tighten the nuts up, still holding pressure on the nose. And remember, the nuts are keeping the sandwich together. The tensioner stud that's on the inside is the part that holds the bar and chain at the right tension. You do not have to over tighten these nuts, because no matter how you tighten them, they do not make the tension of the chain. All they do is hold the sandwich together. Then, using the screwdriver again, make sure that the chain rotates freely. If you have tensioned the chain too tightly, you will not be able to move the chain with your screwdriver by hand. Then you would go back and readjust it and loosen it just a little bit. If you've not tensioned it correctly and the chain is hanging down, then it's not quite tight enough. People ask, what is the proper tension? You want to pull up on the chain slightly and be able to see no more than half of the drive link. This is a 25-inch bar. From 25 inches and smaller, that rule of half the drive link applies. If it's 25 inches or longer, then you should have a little bit more than half of the chain drive link showing. The longer the bar, you can make them too tight and you will destroy the nose bearing. And that is the other thing that on any size saw, you want to kind of inspect the nose bar sprocket. These, in this particular case, are replaceable. We have those at treestuff.com. On the smaller bars, that nose is made inside the bar, and then you just have to replace the bar. This completes our maintenance check, getting the saw ready to run for the day. Any parts that you need to have can be found at treestuff.com, and we thank you for watching this video.